Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. And after almost nearly 2 months, it's the return of heavyweight news in brief, starting with heavyweight Jarrell Miller, who is apparently working on a deal to join Top Rank, according to Mike Coppinger of The Athletic. Coppinger reports Jarrell Miller is in advanced negotiations with Top Rank on a multi-fight deal. He says sides hope agreement reached in the near future. Miller's co-promoter, Dimitri Salita, is in Vegas for his fighter Otto Wallin's bout with Tyson Fury. Big Baby looms as a potential Fury foe. And that is Mike Coppinger's tweet there. And in case you're wondering, the other heavyweights in the Top Rank stable are, of course, Tyson Fury. You also have Kubrat Pulev, Ajit Kabayel, Bryant Jennings, Guido Vianello, and also Sonny Konto. Meanwhile, Miller has opened up on social media about how the last year of his life has gone down.
Yo, I'm just driving, I'm just thinking about, everything I've been through the last year, man. It was rough. A lot of things rough. Losing friends, family, not getting to fight. But despite everything, one thing you gotta remember, man, if you're still breathing, you got 2 hands, 2 feet, you got purpose. You know what I mean? I went through my stage where I was like, fuck everything. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, you gotta pick yourself off or brush yourself off and keep it moving. Such as life. I came from dirt, from nothing. So there's no reason for me to nowhere near, there's no quitting. You know what I mean? We all got doubts in life, just gotta keep pushing.
Frank Warren promoted fighter Joe Joyce is continuing to needle Jarrell Miller online in the hope of landing a fight with the American. On social media, Joyce has made a post stating, "You question my toughness. I question your heart. Meet me in the ring in November with no warm-ups and no excuses. Just sign the contract, #BigBellyMiller." And Joyce has also been mocking Miller for apparently wanting a warm-up fight, which is what his manager Sam Jones was told by Frank Warren, who'd been in contact with Miller's representatives. With an image of Miller photoshopped onto a chicken, Joyce stated in another post, #BigBellyMiller is requesting a warm-up fight before getting in the ring with #The Juggernaut. His record is one big warm-up. All the talk and no trousers, as expected, at Big Baby Miller. Meanwhile, Miller's co-promoter Greg Cohen has told Boxing Scene, "It's very cute that Joe Joyce is trying to make a name for himself by calling out Jarrell. If I were Joe Joyce, I'd call out Jarrell too. It's only upside for Joe and only downside for Jarrell." And in response to the recent goings-on social media between Miller and his fighter Joe Joyce, Frank Warren says it was disappointing for Joe when Ajit Kabayel withdrew himself from defending his European title against the Olympic silver medalist, but Miller was quick to put his name in the frame. "I haven't got a problem with the fight and would make it in a heartbeat. It is down to the big New Yorker getting himself licensed before we can consider making it happen." Frank Warren says Tyson Fury will again demonstrate this weekend why there is nobody else like him in the division. Fury will face the unbeaten fringe contender Otto Wallin in Las Vegas. Warren says some people have chosen to mock the choice of opponents, first Tom Schwartz and now Wallin, but the truth of the matter is, with the size of the pair of them, they are ideal preparation for going back in with Wilder. He says in taking his time, Tyson's fitness, training and confidence will have improved tenfold, and the version of him that fights Wilder next time will be a much slicker and stronger model. He says these 2 fights have also served to magnify Tyson's already incredible popularity and profile in the States, but it is in the ring where he will really reap the benefits. And Frank Warren adds, what Tyson cannot do, and I'm sure he will not, is take the threat of Wallin lightly. Recent history warns us of the danger of overlooking what is in front of you. Tyson himself was not hugely fancied to beat Vladimir Klitschko, and anything can happen in this game, and he has got to be right onto it on Saturday. Meanwhile, Otto Wallin is determined not to let Tyson Fury in his head, saying, "I can't let him get in my head when he starts getting comfortable, talking to me, knocking me about my game plan. I think I'm well prepared for that. I know what he is about. I have been following him for years." Deontay Wilder has every confidence he would knock out Andy Ruiz Jr. if they ever met in the ring. He told Boxing Scene it will be a good fight in the beginning until we feel each other out, and once I feel him out, she's gonna go down like the rest of them. I'm gonna knock his ass out point blank, period. I don't know no other way to put it, and I don't expect nobody else to expect me to have a different answer than what I said. If we fight, I'll knock Ruiz out as well. Former top amateur Magomedrasil Majidov of Azerbaijan has signed a long-term promotional deal with Matchroom USA and will turn pro this Friday on the Devin Haney undercard in New York. The 6'3", three-time amateur world champion had wins in the amateurs over the likes of Anthony Joshua, Ivan Daichko, Sergey Kuzmin, Roberto Camarel and Guido Vianello. His first fight in the pro ranks will be against journeyman Ed Fountain. The 32-year-old says, "I'm excited to fight in New York City where champions are made. I would like to let everyone know, don't be fooled by my age. I'll bring in entertainment with my style." His new promoter Eddie Hearn says Magomedrasil is a fantastic addition to the pro game. The heavyweight scene is as bright as it's ever been right now, and if Magomedrasil can translate his amateur success into the paid ranks, he can become a force, and I'm sure he's going to want to move fast, but will manage his career correctly and look to get him in line for some huge fights. And the other heavyweight fight on that Devin Haney undercard is between Michael Hunter and Sergey Kuzmin, which should be a competitive fight, with the winner going on to bigger and more lucrative fight opportunities. I'll be doing a separate video covering that fight this week. And there's a stack of other heavyweight fights on this weekend, which I'll quickly preview. The Italian heavyweight Guido Vianello, who's currently 4-0, he will be on the Fury 1 undercard against the 7-1 Cassius Anderson. It will be the first fight for Vianello under new trainer Kevin Barry. And Barry says, for a young guy, Vianello is very mature beyond his years. He wants to become a champion. He's a very intelligent young man. He is someone I enjoy coaching because when I train him, he practices it until he gets it. He takes his training very seriously. He ticks all the boxes. He's 6'6.5" and very athletic, very flexible. He really wants to become a champion, and I have to slow him down. He's always training early and always the last one to leave, so I'm excited to work with Guido. Elsewhere, Alexander Teslenko, who's currently 16-0, will be fighting in Canada against the 11-2 Shaundell Terrell Winters. He will be defending an NABA title. Teslenko is currently ranked 12th in the WBA. In Germany, unbeaten Hussein Muhammad, who's currently 12-0, will face well-travelled journeyman Ireneu Beato Costa Jr. The 12-0 prospect Mladen Malas is back in action in Sterling, Virginia against the 3-20 journeyman Damian Reed. Malas is currently ranked 14th in the WBA. And last but not least, the veteran contender Carlos Takam returns to the ring for the first time in 2019, taking on Craig Lewis in Catskill, New York, and it also doubles as Takam's first fight under his new promotional deal with Star Boxing. That's it from me. Drop a comment loud and often, hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.